Hello everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. If you are returning, hey girl. So I have got a new one for you today. We all know that Burberry Goddess hit the market. Folks loved it. Some folks hated it, but most of all, I think it was well received. I am in the love category. And just here recently, Burberry Goddess came out with an intense. And I picked her up. Okay. Now, I did want to do a comparison between the two. I smelled it in store. I sprayed it on skin. I liked it. I was like, ooh, yes, I want this. It's a little deeper. It's something a little different about it. And so I decided to actually compare the two side by side. Since I do have the original bottle and then, of course, the new one. I have not opened it yet because I have some thoughts. Okay. So my SA was kind enough to give me a sample. I've been spraying the sample, wearing it, and trying to develop all of my well-rounded thoughts and trying to decide if I need both of these in my collection. So I have sprayed on both arms. This is the original and this is the intense. And this is definitely very vanilla. It does have that lavender note in it, which, you know, gives it a little bit of a, I guess, a spiciness, if you will. I personally enjoy it. I don't think that it's too much. Um, and when I smelled this, I knew that I wanted it right away. It felt like signature scent worthy. It felt year round to me. It didn't feel offensive or anything like that. So I really enjoy this particular fragrance. There's top notes of vanilla, lavender, cacao, ginger, middle notes of vanilla caviar, base notes of vanilla absolute. So it's just vanilla all the way through. This dries down, it gets a little softer, so that kind of zinginess from the lavender dissipates and you just get sweet vanilla to me, which I absolutely love. So let's take a look at the intense version. Trying to get my notes together. So this is the sampler that I have. I've sprayed it actually, want to say 4 separate times. So these little things have, you know, some juice in them. This one has top notes of lavender, vanilla absolute, vanilla, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla caviar. So there's 4 types of vanilla in here, and there's also the base of patchouli. For me, this is a deeper, it gives a deeper vanilla fragrance. And when I first smelled it, I thought that there was some sort of more of a chocolatey note in here, something sweeter. I don't want to say gourmand, but like it smelled kind of like a baked good, like, oh, this is kind of cupcakey a little bit. The patchouli, I don't think is off-putting to me. It's just much more sweeter. It to me, it's much more sweeter. It's a more bolder scent. But in my humble opinion, they're not different enough for me. They're not different enough. Like they're still the same DNA in there. I feel like even though this is more bold, I could just refresh here on the original. It might never get as deep as this one, but I really, really love this. And to me, they're not different enough to warrant both. I also know that there was somewhat of a price hike on this one. I want to say it was like $10 or less, maybe $5. I don't know. But there was a little bit of a price hike. So if that's a little bit concerning for you, to me, I don't think you need both in your collection. Now, I did pick up a couple of new scents, which I'm going to share with you guys, which I feel like are kind of vanilla-esque, sweet, ready for fall, winter fragrances that I feel like would complement Burberry Goddess, would be different enough to where it doesn't seem like you have the same scent on, just maybe, you sprayed it a couple of extra times to get, the projection and depth of this one. And I do think that this one, the Burberry Intense, does project a little bit more than the OG, but I love this one. This one, unfortunately, she's going to go back. I haven't opened her, and I am grateful that I actually had this sample to play with a little bit more so that I didn't open up a bottle that couldn't be resold. So, Burberry Goddess, I'm keeping her. The Intense will have to find a new home, and that's okay. Someone will love her. Um, the fragrance that I would like to suggest to complement or to go along in your collection is Donna Karen's Cashmere and Palo Santo. This particular, if I can get it to not be so bright, this particular fragrance is very sweet. I sprayed my arm up and down just to make sure I had my thoughts. Here, let me spray my pinky. I learned that from one of my essays. They're like, just spray your pinky or spray your fingers. You got a lot of different fingers. So this opens up with a peach note that's not like boom in your face, it's peach. It's just something sweet. In the mid, there's cashmere wood, labdanum. The base is vanilla and Palo Santo. And this is super duper comforting. It's warm, it's inviting, it's sensual, it lasts all day. I wore this in the office the other day. I went in around 10, came home around 6, and I still smelled it. I smelled it. It was more of a skin scent on my skin, but my clothes, I could smell it. I smelled it all in the office. It was there. When I got in the car, I smelled it, and it was a warm day as well. So it lasts throughout the heat, in my opinion. It's a beautiful scent. It's a beautiful scent. This says cuddle with me in a cabin. It says put this on before bedtime. It says I can wear you out for date night. I can wear you to the office and not be offensive. It's a great, great scent. And I used to wear cashmere. What is that daggone thing called? Was it cashmere wood? Cashmere mist. Oh my God. Cashmere mist used to be everything. I wore that in high school. Even though that was like a grown woman scent, I wore it in high school. So I'm glad Donna Karen has come out with a new line. It smells absolutely nothing like cashmere mist. So please don't think that this is some sort of flanker. It's not. It just kind of carries that name, in my opinion, to kind of give some name recognition. But this is a beautiful scent. I would recommend you trying it out. Go to your local Neiman's, Nordstrom's, whomever, and check this baby out. Okay, this is gonna run you about $150. I think that's what I paid. But if you're looking for something a little more affordable, well, these are kind of. I picked up 2 fragrances from Net. One is Coco Fleur. The other one is the Vanille. They don't smell anything alike, but they run about $120 each. Right now, they are having a 50% off sale, so you can get 2 for the price of 1, or if you just want to pick one up, $60. Because at Sephora, they are full price. Or you can actually get this in one of their discovery sets. But this particular fragrance has top notes of bergamot, CO2 extract. I have no idea what that is. Pink pepper. In the mid, there's orange blossom, Madagascar, ylang ylang. The base notes are ambrette, coconut milk, and sandalwood. This is a super, super duper interesting scent. There's a freshness in the opening. I'm sure that's from the bergamot. The coconut milk makes it, really creamy. And the sandalwood, gives it that warm, inviting kind of note along with the ambrette. So this is going to be perfect for the winter months. Perfect for the winter months. And the vanille is a little more interesting. Let's see. Spray that in there. Like it has some pepperiness to it, even though the Coco Fleur says that there's pepper in it. The vanilla actually smells more like pepper to me. So there's salt, mate, turmeric, and cardamom in the top notes. Base is magnolia, narcissus, and in the base there is, sorry, that was the mid. In the base there's vanilla, orris, and CO2 extract. There's a pepperiness, a spiciness, but also a sweetness and an airiness to this particular fragrance. And I think that this to me is very unisex and very layerable. This to me leans a little more feminine, in my opinion. This particular brand I'm actually enjoying. They have another scent called Pear Jam, which I smelled at Sephora. I want to try. I was hoping it would be a part of the 50% off sale, but it wasn't, and I just haven't brought myself to the 120 yet for that. And being as though we're leading into those winter months, I don't know if Pear Jam is going to be what I wear. Also, a couple of other more affordable options, in my opinion, is going to be Swiss Arabian's Casablanca. This opens up with, some apple notes. There's some white florals and some vanilla in here. This is a very, very pretty scent. I recently got mine. You can see the dent in it already. It has started to deepen. I do know that, it'll get darker and darker and darker. The juice will because of the vanilla. But this is an amazing layerable scent. And so I definitely recommend this as an option. Also, I stopped by TJ Maxx, or was this? Yep, Marshall's, same thing. But I picked up this fragrance. This is actually an inspired fragrance. I want to say it was $19.99. Yep, 20 bucks. 20 bucks. It's inspired by Vanille 44, which is a perfume that was only released in Europe, and it is no longer available. And it was like a limited release. And this is, oof, look at that optimizer. This is a beautiful vanilla. I mean, this is unisex in my opinion. It is not super, super, super sweet. I'm just trying to pull the notes up for you guys. Let's see. Simply vanilla. It's taken forever. Hold, please. All right, so notes of Alt Simply Vanille, which was inspired by Vanille 44, is vanilla in the top, middle notes of incense, aldehydes, bergamot, and base notes of French vanilla and Gaiac wood. So you definitely get the spiciness, but you get the vanilla all the way through. definitely try this one out. And my last two are definitely more of affordable fragrances. It's Vanilla Mousse and Creme Brulee by Le Gourmand. These are easy throw-ons, unoffensive. I'm just gonna put this over those scents. Just sweet, vanilla, layerable. The creme brulee definitely smells like a dessert. Ooh, I can smell the burnt, the top of the actual dessert. So I can smell the top of the dessert. The vanilla, the creme brulee smells like a piece of dessert. The vanilla mousse smells like the topping on the dessert. You could easily put these two together and make a very nice scent. You could layer any of these. I don't think that any of the fragrances that I've mentioned to you all as alternatives to the Burberry are something you couldn't layer on top of one another, probably with the exception of the Coco Fleur. Um, and I don't know, this is layerable. This is definitely layerable. Probably the Coco Fleur is the most complex, interesting one, which I guess you could add another vanilla element to it, but nothing too complex to go with it. So, in my humble opinion, I do not think that you need her and her. If you don't have this, try this out. You might like it. Smell them both though, like spray them both. Walk around, come back in a day or two or whatever, get samples of both because this is deeper of a vanilla, but for me, they're not different enough to warrant both, even though I wanted them both. So I'll have to go swap this for something else. I don't know. If you have some ideas of what I should pick up, let me know down in the comments. If you have either one of those, let me know if you have them both. What do you smell when you smell them? What are your favorite vanilla fragrances? I would love to engage more with you all. And let me know your thoughts. So I hope that you give this video a big thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Again, I am trying to grow. And remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.